Hi everyone that's joining. Happy Thursday. I am here in Athens in my apartment. I'm excited to be back here. Give it a couple more minutes. I don't have my tripod today. I forgot it at home, so my phone's just kind of resting on something. So hopefully it doesn't fall. I'm sure it'll be okay. We'll go ahead and get started. Thank you for everyone that is here at Go Yoga and OU Ping. We will have a 45 minutes power ahead of us, so all you'll need is a mat and a block possibly if you'd like. And we'll get started in a seated position today. So coming to your mat, seated can either be cross-legged, lotus, or seated on your heels. Allow the hands to rest heavy on the thighs. And allow the eyes to close down. Relaxing the shoulders away from your ears. And allowing yourself to get settled into comfort. And growing deeper into your comfort, making little adjustments throughout your body, your neck, your back, and gently nudging your body where you can be at ease. Make sure your throat is open enough so you can breathe with ease. It can be so unusual to be so open, but that's what we crave, and that's what we're looking to do here today. Being open in our bodies, also our hearts, open to any intentions now or even during practice. It can change. Open in your mind. Starting to open up the body with this deep breath. So on your next inhale, filling from the low belly all the way to the top of the chest. And a deep exhale as you release out from the chest all the way back down. Once more, inhale just like that, fill up. And a deep exhale out. We'll start to open up the eyes. We'll take the hands to interlace at the base of the skull, resting the head back, opening up the elbows towards the sides of the room. Opening the chest, the space in between both collarbones. Stay for one more breath here. And then release the right hand down alongside your mat. Keep the left hand as is. Stay here for the inhale as you open up the left elbow towards the sky. And on your exhale, drop the left elbow down towards the right side of your mat. Inhale, open back up, gaze goes high. Exhale as you drop left elbow down, twist through the spine. Inhale, open up, gaze goes high. Exhale, drop elbow down. Last time, reach it up. Then come back to center, place the right hand behind your neck. Left arm reaches towards the side of the mat. Next inhale, open up the right elbow, take the gaze high. On your exhale, drop right elbow down towards the left side of your mat. Inhale, gaze goes back up. Open the chest. Exhale as you twist right elbow towards the left. One more time, inhale, look up. Exhale, drop right elbow down. Last time, come up through center. Then place the left hand at the base of the skull. One more breath in as you open the chest. Then releasing the hands down, we'll extend the legs out long. Toes are pointed back towards our face, sitting up nice and tall. Then reaching the arms forward towards the front of the room. And on your next inhale, we'll lean halfway down. So keeping the spine nice and long, drawing the shoulders back. Then on your exhale, rise back up, straight spine. Inhale, lower down halfway. Keep reaching towards front of the room. Exhale as you rise back up. Twice more. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, rise up. Last time, lower down. This time, rise up, reach the arms overhead. On your exhale, fold over the legs, grabbing a hold of big toes, ankles, sides of the feet. Let everything relax. See if you can pull your ribs, your belly, over your thighs, slightly tilting at the hips. Allowing the belly to soften around the shape of your thighs. One more breath here. And walking the hands back up, raising the chest. And then we'll cross the ankles, move into tabletop, planting the hands under the shoulders, hips underneath, hips on top of the knees. And we'll extend that right arm out in front of us, followed by that left leg. Extend it back, toes are pointed down. Stay here for the inhales. You lengthen from fingertips to toes. On your exhale, we'll bend into the left knee and tap the right hand around, just to tap, not grabbing it. Inhale, reach everything back out long. Exhale, bend into left knee, tap the foot. Inhale through center. Exhale, bend and tap the foot. Inhale, lengthen out. This time, bend and tap, and then grab a hold of the foot or the air, whatever you can grab. Then drive the left palm into the mat as you rotate the right chest open, using resistance, foot into hand to maybe take the gaze high. One more breath here. And then release everything back out long. Set everything down the mat. Next inhale, drop the belly, gaze goes high. On your exhale, rounding the spine, tucking chin in towards chest. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, tuck the chin, press the earth away. We'll flow in a couple more cat-cows on your own. Option to come up onto fingertips, creating more length, more depth. And coming back to neutral spine, palms are flat. We'll extend the left leg back behind us. Right leg back behind us. Toes are pointed down, followed by that left hand. Stay here for the inhale. Then bend into right knee. Reach the left hand to tap the right foot or the air. Inhale, back out long, lengthen everything out. Exhale, bend into right knee, tap the foot. Inhale, reach everything long. Exhale, bend and tap. Last time, reach it and extend. Now bend and tap. Option to tap or hold onto the foot. Then pressing the earth away with that right hand. Opening up the left side of the chest. Maybe you take the gaze high. One last breath here. Then release everything out long. We'll set everything back down on the mat. We'll tuck the toes under, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Letting the feet pedal out, knees bend, finding space in between backs of legs. Space between the shoulders and the ears. So plugging the shoulders up towards the tailbone. And then finding stillness, settling into the heels, driving palms into the top of the mat. Take one deep, full, intentional breath here. And exhale, let it go. Next inhale, gaze to the top of the mat. And tiptoe the feet up to meet the hands. Catch a hold of opposite elbows, let the head hang heavy. Maybe add a little bounce. The forearms down towards the mat. Or sway side to side. Then releasing that grip. On your inhale, halfway, let's bring hands to the shins. Lengthen from tailbone out through top of head. On your exhale, fold in, dropping the head. On your inhale, rise all the way up. Extend the arms overhead. And exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, extend the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Lift up halfway, flat spine. On your exhale, palms plant, step it back to high plank. First, hugging in the low belly, hollowing out the front body. Next inhale, shift forward on the toes. Then lower all the way down to your mat. Elbows pin the side bodies. Let the tops of the feet root down. Next inhale, baby cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift and fill, shoulders draw back. Exhale, lower all the way down. Last one, inhale, lift up. Keep driving tops of feet into the mat. Option to lift the palms to hover. Take for one more breath in. And release all the way back down. Press it up through high plank or tabletop. On your exhale, downward facing dog. Next inhale, gaze goes forward. Hop or step feet to the top. Lift up halfway, flat spine. Exhale as you fold in. Rise all the way up. Full body stretch. And hands meet at heart center. Next inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold at the waist. Lift up halfway, flat back. Plant the palms. This time, step or float back, lower halfway or all the way down. Upward facing dog or cobra. Chest pulls forward. Downward facing dog. Hips lift high. Settling into 3 cycles of breath here. Finding more passion and purpose with each breath. On your next inhale, right leg lifts up and back, 3-legged dog. We'll bend into the knees, stack the hips. Option to come up onto right fingertips or maybe drop down to that left forearm. Keep rotating that right chest open. Next inhale, reach straighten the right leg out. On your exhale, send right foot in between the hands. And with your breath in, rise all the way up to crescent. Reach the arms overhead. As you sink deep into the hips, reach through the fingertips. And then we'll take the arms out to T. Let the palms face the front of the room. Keep finding space from collarbone to collarbone. Maybe you take the hands but beyond your vision. Keep drawing shoulders back and down. Keep sinking low into hips. Driving that right shin, right knee forward. This energy pulls up through top of head. One more breath here. And swing the arms out in front of you. We'll keep the palms now lifted up. Bring biceps in line with the shoulders. Keep bringing more awareness and engagement into those biceps by turning the pinky fingers in. Keep lifting up through the top of the back left leg. One more breath here. And on your exhale, open it up to warrior 2. Let the left heel spin flat. Arms come to T. Spinning inner thighs up. And sealing that back left foot into the mat. Tracking the eyes forward. One more breath here. Next inhale, shift forward, flipping the front palm. We're going to reverse this warrior. Side bend into the right side, but also the left. So keep lengthening, lifting, finding more space in the low back. On your next exhale, side angle, either right elbow to right knee or right palm to the mat. And extend that left arm overhead, rotating the chest open. Using whatever here, the knee or the elbow, the arm pressing against the thigh. Use that resistance to open the chest, to deepen the breath. Next inhale, reverse the warrior sweep all the way up and back. And on your exhale, frame right foot, step it back to meet the left. Lower halfway or all the way down. Up dog or cobra, bring the chest forward. Downward facing dog, lift the hips high. Next inhale, sweep the left leg high. Bend into the knees, stack the hips. Option to come up on the left fingertips or drop down to the right forearm. Finding space through the entire body. Next inhale, press back into left palm, extend the left leg high. On your exhale, left foot in between the hands. And we'll rise all the way up to crescent, reach the arms overhead. Pull the shoulders down and away from the ears. So you reach high through all 10 fingers. As well as high on those back toes. Stay for one more inhale with arms lifted overhead. And we'll take the arms out to T, palms facing forward. Maybe add a little back bend by tucking the tailbone, trusting space behind you. Keep pulling shoulders and hands to the back of the room. Not only feeling engagement in the legs, but also the back. One more breath here. Then swing the arms forward, keep the spine lifted up. Palms are facing up towards the sky. Now moving out of the sensation in the left leg, but continue to move into it. Keep descending the left thigh down. One more breath here with palms lifted up. Then on your exhale, we'll open it up to warrior 2. Right heels flat. Driving left shin forward, reaching fingertips forward, fingertips back, open the chest. Next inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Left hand extends up and back. Find more length also through the right side body. Keep bending into left knee. One more breath here. And rise back up to your warrior 2. We'll find our side angle, left elbow, left knee, or left palm all the way to the mat. And reach the right arm overhead, stacking the shoulders. Keep sealing that outer right foot into the mat. And use resistance from the elbow or back of arm to press up against the inner thigh. Open the chest. One more breath here. Next, we'll inhale, rise up, keep the bend into the left knee, reverse the warrior. Take one deep inhale. And followed by a deep exhale, frame the left foot, step it back, high to low plank. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Next inhale, right leg sweeps high. On your exhale, step right foot in between the hands. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, arms out to T, palms facing forward. Next inhale, sweep the arms forward, palms are facing up. Then open up to warrior two, widen the stance. Next inhale, shift forward, reversing your warrior. Exhale into side angle, reach the left fingers overhead. Big inhale, reverse all the way up, keep the bend into the right knee. And exhale, frame right foot, step it back, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Deep breath out, downward facing dog. Send the left heel high on your breath in. Left foot in between the hands. Next breath in, rise all the way up, extend the arms overhead. Arms come out to T, palms are facing forward. Next inhale, shift the arms out in front of you, palms facing up. Open up to warrior two, right heel spins flat. Next inhale, shift forward, flipping the front palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle, right arm extends overhead. Next inhale, big breath in, extend up and back. Exhale, frame left foot, send it back, high to low plank. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, let the hips lift. One more time, each side, right leg high. Send right foot forward, deep breath in as you rise all the way up. Open up the arms to T, maybe add a little back bend. Inhale, shift the arms forward. And exhale, open it up. Flipping front palm, reaching forward, reverse, big breath in. Side angle, right elbow, right hand down, left arm high. Inhale, shift all the way up and back. Full breath out, palms plant, step it back, lower halfway or all the way. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Left heel lifts as you breathe in. Send left foot forward, inhale, rise all the way up. Deep exhale, open the arms, shine the hearts. Inhale through center, then open up the arms to T, palms are facing down. Inhale, shift forward, flipping the front palm, reverse. Exhale into side angle, arm extends towards the sky. Inhale, reverse up and back. And exhale, flow it through, palms plant, send it back high to low plank. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Spend 2 rounds of breath. To soften into the heels as the hips lift high. Let the head and neck soften, maybe shake it side to side. On your next inhale, we'll shift out to a high plank, bringing shoulders on top of the wrists. Spread all 10 finger pads nice and wide. Then we'll lift the right toes to a hover off the mat. First, keeping the hips squared. Notice all 5 toes dialed down. Maybe you take a look back. So take a look back, hugging in that low belly. You can always drop down to your left knee. We'll extend the right leg out towards the right side of the room. So feeling into the outer right hip, the right glute. Keep the hips steady in line with the back body, driving both palms into the top of the mat. Last 2 breaths here. Keep the toes lifted, bring it back to center. We'll place the big toe on top of the left heel or left Achilles tendon so the heels are stacked. And then keep the feet as is. We're going to extend the hips up and back into a down dog. Using the right foot to add a little resistance to the back of the left leg. One more breath here. And then release that grip. We'll extend the right leg high as you breathe in. Send right knee across the body towards the left elbow. And then extend the right leg out. And inhale, reach the left arm overhead. First, stacking the shoulders, rotating the left shoulder back. Then extend the arm towards the front of the room. Finding space from feet through the torso all the way out through the left fingertips. Last breath here. Then plant the left palm back down, sweep the right leg high. Then the right foot in between the hands. On your inhale, rise up, arms extend overhead. Then we're going to step into the top of the mat. And we'll keep the right foot grounded. We're going to step the left foot to the outside of the right of the mat. So almost like a curtsy lunge, but we'll have the nice edge of the left foot on the mat. So it'll look like this. That right foot, all four corners are down. The nice edge of the left foot is tracking onto the ground. First, staying here with the arms overhead, finding length from hips to fingertips. Torso nice and long. Keep bending deep into right knee. We'll bring hands to heart center. Give the shoulders a little shake away from the ears, but still driving whole right foot into the mat. Feeling the outer right hip work. And also stretch. We'll stay here for one more breath. Keep hands at heart center. We're going to twist over to the right. You can stay here. Option to tap this left elbow towards the right thigh. Keep spinning the chest open, driving that knife's edge foot of the left down, left foot into the mat. One more breath here. Come back up through center. Raise the chest. Keep the bend to the right knee for now. Now straighten the right leg out. Find your warrior three. Hands can stay at heart center. Extend back behind you. Or if you have room, you can extend them forward. Turn all 5 toes down. Hug the low belly in. Visualizing a flat back body. Strength through the right leg. One more breath here. Now rise all the way up. Left knee pulls into chest. We'll take hands back to heart center if they have moved away. Keep growing tall from the right heel. The side bodies, the chest. That breath flow from head to toe. Next exhale, warrior three, one more time. Keep dialing toes down. Hands at heart center. Now we're going to shift the left foot out towards the left. Keep dialing the toes down. Keep level through the hips. Feel the outer left hip this time. All 4 corners of right foot are grounded. One more breath here. Now bend into the left knee. Take a big step to the back of the mat, all the way into reverse warrior. Right fingertips reach up and back. Stay for one more breath, feeling the sensation of the side bodies. And then exhale into side angle, left elbow down, or left hand to the mat. Reach the left arm first overhead to stack the shoulders. And keep this rotation as you extend the left arm towards the front of the room. Feeling that left foot pulling up on the inner arch of the left foot. Option to stay here. Extend the right arm forward to meet the left. Keep pulling fingers away. Feel the stretch in the left side body. One more breath here. Now come into half moon. Right fingertips to the mat or to a block. Launch off of that left foot. Extend left arm overhead. Pressing the left heel towards the back of the room as you rotate the chest open. You can play around with bringing one hand to the ankle. Maybe bending into left knee, catching a hold of the foot. Adding a little back bend. You take the gaze up. We'll stay for one more breath. And release everything back out long. Take one more inhale. And then exhale as you fold in, dropping the left foot down. Heel toe feet out about hips width distance. Catch a hold of the big toes. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. On your exhale, bend into the elbows, dropping crown of head down. Breathing into the entire back body, the legs, the neck, the back. Using a little upper body strength to melt the chest down. Stay for one more breath in. And releasing that grip, lift up halfway, hands to shins. And we'll plant the palms, step or float back. Here you can simply press it right back to down dog. Now we got that other side. So inhale, inhale, shift out to a high plank. First aligning the shoulders over the wrists. Then bring weight into the right toes. Lift the left heel, left toes to a hover. Notice all 5 toes dialed down. See if you can bring the right heel on top of the right toes. We have the tendency to roll back, right heel down towards the mat. But keep rolling forward, using strength of the right quad. Then extend the left leg towards the left side of the room. Feeling into the outer left hip, outer left glute. Using strength of breath to keep the heel lifted. One more breath here. And keep the foot lifted. We'll stack left toes on top of the right heel or the right Achilles tendon. And keep the grip. We'll lift the hips up and back. Feeling the sensation down the back of the right leg. Keep the hips lifting up. Chest melting back. Next inhale, release that grip. Lift the left leg high. Then left knee across the body towards the right elbow. And extend the foot down. Inhale as you open the chest. First reaching right arm overhead. And extend left fingers towards the front of the room. As your breath deepens, your chest rotates open. Last breath here. And right fingertips, right palm plant back down. Sweep the left leg high. And send the left foot in between the hands. Rise all the way up to crescent. And step it forward to the top of your mat. And this time, left foot will stay on the mat. We'll cross the right foot to a curtsy. So stepping right foot to the outside of the left side of your mat. This is a better view if you didn't get that last time. But left foot is grounded, all 4 corners. The nice edge of that right foot is pressing down to the left side of your mat. You have a deep bend into the right knee. Keep sinking the hips low. Feeling the stretch and the strength in that outer left hip. Then bring hands to heart center. Keep lifting through the spine. Find more of a bend into the left knee. We'll twist over to the left. Stay here, option to tap or hook that right elbow on the outside of that left thigh. Keep driving the right pinky toe, right side of the right foot into the mat. One more breath to rotate the chest open. Rise back up, tall spine. And find that warrior 3. Press into left foot. Right foot extends back behind. All 5 toes are pointed down. Keep finding length from top of head through the right heel. One more breath here. And rise all the way up. Right knee pulls into chest. See if you can keep the foot lifted. Knee hugs in. So your body grows tall and long. One more inhale here. Next exhale back into this warrior 3. Re-square the hips. Press palms together with intention. Then shift the right leg out towards the right side of your room. Turning torso down towards the mats. Grounding the left big toe, left heel down into the mat. One more breath here. Now bend into right knee. Take a big step back all the way into reverse warrior 2. Left arm extends up and overhead. Then into side angle, either left palm down or left elbow to the left thigh. First reach right fingers up towards sky. And keep the length growing. Reach fingers overhead. Take the gaze to the sky. Maybe even look at the right fingertips. Either stay here, option to bring that left hand to meet the right hand. Over in the chest, over the left thigh. Keep pulling the left ribs away from the left quad. And find your half moon, left fingers to the mat or to a block. We'll lift up and off the right toes. Press back through left right heel. Extend right fingers high. Finding something fun and creative on this side. Option to bring left hand to left ankle or bend into right knee. Using resistance of foot to hand to spiral chest open. One last breath. And extend back out if you bend into the right knee. And deep breath out. Let the right foot meet the left. Feet are about hips width distance. This time wrapping the arms around the backs of the legs, giving yourself a tight squeeze. Option to bend into the knees or keep them somewhat straight. Releasing that grip, lift up halfway. And we'll plant the palms, step or float back. You can take the chaturanga or press right back to down dog. But from down dog, we'll drop it down to the knees, send the hips towards the heels, finding a quick child's pose. Giving yourself a breath. You just need to check the time. So just like at the beginning of class, feeling into all this comfort, all this ease. The neck and the back body. And re-extend the arms out front, press into the palms. Rise all the way up through tabletop. Then tuck the toes, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Take 2 cycles of breath. Filling the low belly. And emptying the low belly back out. Next inhale, sweep the right leg high. On your exhale, step right foot in between the hands. Inhale, reach arms overhead. And then step forward, right foot finds weight, left knee comes in the chest. So finding stock pose or one-legged mountain. And bring left hand to left hip. And either catch a hold of the outside of the left thigh with the right hand. Step back. Or fuse fingers to the big toe. You can keep the leg straight or extend the left leg long. Left hand on the left hip or extend the left fingertips back. Keep lifting, grounding down through right heel. Maybe take the gaze back towards those left fingertips. Last breath here. Bring the left hand back towards the left hip. Rotate the chest back to face the front of the room. Keep a hold of the outside edge of the left knee or the big toe. And then bend into the right knee. Start to sink the hips all the way, not all the way down, just about halfway. But keep a hold of whatever you have on the left leg. Keep descending the right thigh down. And then nudging this right shoulder back. Sitting up tall with the spine. Moving towards that sensation, all that challenge. Strengthen right leg, stretching the back of the left leg. Next inhale, straighten the right leg out and release the left foot, but keep it to a hover. Bring the right hand to the right hip. And pointing toes towards the front of the room. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. We'll take a big step back with the left foot, finding our warrior 1. So dial left heel down. Right toes are tracking forward. Arms overhead. Keep bending deep into right knee, even deeper than you think you can. Bring hands to touch. Take the gaze high. Keep pulling the biceps alongside the ears, adding a little back bend, tucking tailbone under. One more deep breath in. And on your exhale, open it up to warrior 2. The left heel spins flat. Widen this stance out as much as you can. Feel into the inner thighs. The shoulders soft. Stay for 1 more breath. And then reach forward, flip the front palm. This time straighten out the right leg, reach the right fingertips overhead, reverse triangle. So driving that right big toe down. Keep the right leg engaged, as well as this back left leg. Find length all the way through the right side body. Come back up to an upright spine, arms to T. And kick the hips back, shift forward, dialing right hand down, finding your triangle pose. Reach the left arm overhead, stacking shoulders, and tucking tailbone under. Maybe bring the left arm beyond your midline. Last breath here. And we'll frame the right foot, step the left foot up and out just a bit. Lift up halfway, flatten the spine. And exhale, fold in. Option to keep the hands to frame the right foot. Maybe even walk them back towards that left foot. Notice in your body, bring this mind-body awareness into your practice. Noticing what hip can be lifted slightly to square the hips off even more. Walk the hands back up to frame the right foot. Lift up halfway. And then we'll plant the palms. Step it back to high plank. Lower halfway or all the way. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Hips lift high. Next inhale, sweep the left leg high. Send left foot in between the hands. On your inhale, rise up with a full breath. And then step into the top of the mat. Now ground into left foot. Pull the right knee up and in towards your chest. Bring the left hand to the right hip. Either grab a hold of the right big toe with the peace fingers or the outside of the right thigh. And stay here with the leg bent, or option to straighten the leg out. Maybe bring the right hand back behind you. Keep pulling that right hip back so you feel the stretch, the sensation. Maybe raise the right arm a little bit. Pull the right shoulder back. One more breath. Return back to center. Bring the right hand to the right hip. And now once the torso is facing the front of the room, we'll start to bend into the left knee. Keep driving the left shin back as much as you can, sinking the hips low. Keep a hold of whatever grip you have on the right leg. Then nudge this left shoulder back. The shoulders are in line with the back body. Keep dropping left thigh down. Last breath here. Now straighten into the left leg. Keep the right leg lifted and then bring left hand to left hip. Point right toes forward. Sitting up nice and tall for 3, 2, and 1. Keep the right foot lifted. We're going to take a big step back all the way into warrior 1. So that right heel dials down. Left toes guided forward and reach the arms overhead. Soften the shoulders down. And bring hands to touch. Take the gaze high. Again, pull those biceps alongside the ears. And keep dropping into hips. Bending deeper into left knee. Tucking tailbone under, hugging in that low belly. One more breath here. And then open it up to warrior 2. The right heel spins flat. Finding space between the feet, space between all 10 fingers. Next inhale, shift forward, and then straighten the left leg out. Reach the left arm overhead. Right arm and hand drape down the back of the right leg. And shift back up, arms to T. Kick the hips back, reach the left fingers forward, and dial down into your triangle. Left fingers, maybe round the left big toe to the mat or to the ankle. Extend the right arm high. Keep tucking tailbone, pressing deep into the outer edge of the right foot. Maybe bring your arm beyond the midline. More space to let the breath flow. And on your breath out, frame the left foot, step right foot up and in slightly. Lift up halfway, flatten the spine. Then fold in, dropping the head. Option to walk the hands back to maybe even frame the right foot. But wherever you're at, stop when you notice the hips come up squared. Walk the hands back to frame the left foot, lift up halfway. And we'll plant the palms, step it back to high plank. This time, hold the high plank. Finding the most powerful plank you can, hugging up the quads, bringing everything in towards the midline. The neck is nice and long, gaze is towards the top of the mat. Inhale, shift forward on the toes as far as you can go. Then lower down all the way, hugging the elbows in towards your side bodies. And let everything rest on the mat. Let the tops of the feet root down. Bring the hands along your side body. Let the backs of the hands rest on the mat. So we'll keep the backs of the hands grounded on the mat. Next inhale, we'll lift the chest, the feet. The back of hands are on the mat. Keep drawing the shoulders together. Straighten out the legs, but keep the ankle bones, the feet touching. Back body draws back and down. One last breath here. Then keep everything lifted, but we're going to move the hands to underneath of our shoulders. Drawing the shoulders back and down, straighten through the legs. Find more engagement through the inner thighs, the ankles. And lower all the way down, resting one cheek to the mat. So arms rest heavy by your sides. Next breath in, come through center. We'll bend into both knees. Catch a hold of the outside edges of the ankles. Bring the knees, inner thighs into touch. Chin in the center of your mat. Next inhale, lift the quads, lift the chest. Maybe even drop the head back, take the gaze high. Keep drawing knees, inner thighs, ankles into touch. One more breath. And release everything down. Windshield wiper the legs, bring the opposite cheek to rest down. And then we'll press it back up through tabletop. And then back into child's pose, hips to heels, couple breaths to reset. Next, we'll inhale, rise back up to tabletop. We'll cross at the ankles, roll all the way on to our backs. Walk the feet in, the heels in towards the glutes. Notice the knees pointed up towards the sky. Let the arms rest heavy alongside your mat. And setting up for a couple bridge poses. On your next inhale, lift the hips up. Keep squeezing inner thighs in towards the middle, pointing knees up towards the sky. Option to walk the shoulders underneath the upper back. Driving heels and big toes into the mat. Breathing into the whole front body. And release everything back down. We'll take one breath to reset. And then setting up for bridge number 2 or option for wheel pose. Next inhale gets you there, lifting the hips, maybe the back, the chest, this time for wheel. And release everything back down, windshield wiper legs side to side. Then bring knees into chest, extend the feet up towards the sky, setting up for an inversion. You can stay here, lift up to shoulder stands, or roll forward to headstand or handstands. Just getting the feet over the head. It's really hard to balance on wood planks. It's definitely more of a challenge. And from plow pose or from shoulder stand, option to drop into plow pose. Maybe your feet hit the back of your room. Or if not, resting feet towards the mat. Lower hips all the way down, hug the knees in towards our chest. And take the arms out to T, let the legs fall to the right as the gaze goes left. Let both shoulders relax. Next inhale, come back through center. Drop the legs over to the left. This time gaze switches right. Breathing from left collarbone to right collarbone. We'll wrap the arms around our shins. Bring forehead up to meet the knees. Give yourself a big squeeze. Tight hug, releasing anything that you have yet to let go. And then let everything go long. The legs, the arms. Taking up so much space. And all the space in your body that you created. Space in your heart, the mind. Take one more deep breath in as you create so much space in the chest. A deep breath out, so you let the breath go, finding depth, and spending a final few moments here in Shavasana. Feel free to stay a little longer. Start to bring movements, awareness back into your body. Rolling the back of the head side to side. Eventually taking a full body stretch. Lengthen from fingertips to the point of the toes. And then hug the knees in. Take some rocks side to side. And eventually rolling onto one side or the other into a fetal position. And rising up to a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Hands to heart center, closing down the eyes. Take one more deep breath in together. Sitting up tall, reach the arms overhead. And deep exhales, you bring hands to heart center. Bowing into ourselves as we seal our practice in. Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for being here today, or unless you're taking this another time. It's kind of nostalgic being here. This is where I filmed my first live class in April, and now I'm back here. So thank you all so much for being here. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and I will see you next week.